Hey, hey, hello there, guys. And how are we all diddly doing? I hope you're all doing alright. Today I'm just doing a quick tutorial on the basics of how to play on the road truck simulator. I was asked by one of our new subscribers, Brad. Hello, Brad. About the basic controls and how you would actually control your truck, etc. So I thought sooner than type in a really long sort of message on the reply to his question, I thought, it's probably going to be easier if I just jump in and I show you. Okay, so you may notice on my normal videos I don't have that black border on the bottom. Now when you load up and you first start the game, the tutorials are set to on, so it's probably a good idea just to keep them on. To access your main menu on the Xbox controller, if you hit the center button with the three little lines, it will bring up your main menu. You've got your company menu, controls and options, and then back to main menu. Right, so main menu is like if you're quitting the game. So we'll go to options. Now, when you're playing the game, the only thing that the game actually remembers is your audio settings. No idea why, but it just does. So once you've got your game or your game configured to the way that you like it, like in your settings and your controls, it's a good idea to make a mental note of them or jot them down somewhere. And next time you load in, you'll have to adjust them. Right, okay, so on here, as you can see there, I've got show tutorials. You can switch that off and see the border's gone. If you go back down to show tutorials, and the border's back on again. It just gives you a little helping hand as you're playing around the game until you get used to it. And go back into options again. Show triggers, I always leave them on, because what a trigger is something that you can interact with. So you can see there the cab door lights up. When you're at a gas station, you pull into a gas station, your petrol tank there will show up. Your little Buckeye at the back here will show up, as you've probably noticed when I bought the other trailer, and you can clip add-ons and accessories onto there. Your doors left and right will highlight, and to interact with a trigger, you just press the A button. There you go. And then press the A button again. There you go. Same with the cab. You just press A and you're in the cab, and to get out of the cab just look slightly to the left and A to jump out. These I don't mess around with. I just leave them as they are. You can do it yourself if you want, but I just leave them as they are. Right, okay. Steering dampening, for some strange reason that's changed. I have mine at 1.68. And auto steer forward is a handy thing to have switched on, and auto steer release reverse is also a good to have. It just helps you when you're reversing and driving forward. Like if you're taking a left, you can just let go of the stick and it will just center the wheel back to the center. Same when you're reversing as well. Steering camera and steering camera delay, I just leave them as they are. My steering speed I keep at 9.93, and steering release speed is at 10. And then your audio, audio is automatically defaulted to 100%. I have it knocked down to 58 just for purely recording purposes because it can be a bit too loud when you're recording. You mightn't think so through your headphones because you can just turn your headphone volume down or through your TV, but when you're streaming through the likes like Twitch and that, even though Twitch has got options where you can knock the game volume down, sometimes it can just be a bit overpowering. I have my truck volume set to 100%. The ambient outside noise I have set to 68. The AI volume I have set to 55. And the radio volume, it's a bit of a weird one again. I have it normally set to 16, but sometimes 16 is a bit too loud for the music. But when I've come back and I've rewatched the stream or rewatched the videos, and the music is a bit too loud sometimes, so you can keep that to 14 or 16. Again, it's just for purely recording purposes, that is. And then you can just click accept, and it will remember it for that game session. And then the next time when you quit the game, you come back into it, you'll have to go back in and adjust these settings, but your audio settings will be the same. Right, so we'll just jump into the cab. Once you're in the cab, on your D-pad, if you press left, it will move your head directly to the left, so you can look out of the left-hand mirror. If you press right on the D-pad, it will move your head to the right, so you can look out your right side mirror. If you press up on your D-pad, it will center you straight ahead. And then if you press down, it opens up the main menu or the main truck menu where you can start your engines. Just move down to ignition and press A, or you can turn your engine off, press A on that. You can turn your sat nav on, off or on. If you're stuck, you can hit that reset truck and it will reset you. Quite a few times I've been stuck, and it's a handy little feature to have. You just press B to come back to the previous menu. Tachograph always catches me out. Let me just put my lights on the dash, because you see, if you put your light, if you click light switch up, it highlights your tachograph at the top in the green, which is quite handy to have your light on, especially if you do nighttime runs when you're logging in when it's dark, because you wouldn't be able to see the tachograph. So we want the tachograph, press A, and it will also zoom in on that. You need to put your tacho card in, so you press A on that, and it's on rest time at the moment, but if you just click move down to change mode and press A and then click accept, it will put you into driving mode. Now we have 3 hours and 29 minutes left on our driving time before we have to take a break. So if you want to take a break now, just move back up to change mode, and then it says confirm switch mode. Move back down to accept, and then the game will rest you. And then if you look on your sat nav at the bottom left, you see like a little bed icon, and then you've got a full 9 hours. So you get 9 hours of in-game driving, not actually 9 hours in normal time. And if you try and drive off without doing your tacho, inserting your tachograph card, the game will prompt you. When you just draw forward a couple of feet, if you carry on driving, it will penalise you for it. So you can just go in there and change that from rest to driving time. So you've got 9 hours. Yeah, lights. You got hazard lights. To go into that, you obviously just press A. You got hazard lights. You got your lights up, light down. That's for your main lights at the front, as you can see there. And then light down, just press your A again. And then if we go all the way down, it takes your lights off your dashboard as well. Your floodlight switch up, and floodlight switch down, and light test. And then you have your gearbox. You got your gearbox forward, gearbox backwards. I don't tend to mess around with this. The only thing I like to do is click on your retarder. Your window wipers. Window wiper up. And then you just press the A button and then window wiper down. There's 3 settings for the window wipers. You got 1, you got 2, and then press it again. You got the fast speed there, see? And then you just keep on pressing the window wiper down 3 times, it'll go off. Then you have your seat adjustments. Now, when you first start and you climb into your cab, you're right on top of the wheel. Now, it's just personal preference, this is, but I like to have my seat back, a fair way back. So you go to seat forward and press your A button. See, it's moving forward. And then sit back. And just sit back. And then you can move your seat up. And then you can move your seat down. So again, that's just personal preference. And then, the most important thing, especially when you're doing long jobs, is the radio. Just move down to radio. Radio on. Radio off. Okay. Steering is pretty sort of straightforward. On your left stick, you just move it to the left, and it will go on to the left. And then to go to the right, just move to the right, and it will go to the right. Now that sensor steering only works when you're actually driving, so I'll just show you that. Remember I showed you, let's just turn the engine up, let's get the old girl fired up. It was on the options here. Also steer release forward and reverse. So we'll just take our park and brake is on. As you can, if you have a look at the sat nav there, that little red circle is your park and brake. Just press your X button to release your park and brake, and then press it again to pop it back on again. So when you're pulling up at lights, you can just pop your park and brake on, just in case you accidentally drove forward and on a red light and you'll get zapped and you'll get a fine. So take park and brake off, just drove forward. See the wheel just centered itself then? So if I just take a slight left there and then let go of the stick, it will automatically center itself again. Same with reversing. Now to look out of at the back as you're reversing, just keep on pressing left on the stick. Be back in a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, so to look out when you're reversing, you just use your right stick and push all the way to the left, and you automatically look out your window. And then on your left stick, just press once on your left trigger, and then that'll put you into reverse mode. You can hear the reversing sound. And then on your right stick, you can steer, and then if you let go, automatically senses the wheel back again, so it just makes it a bit easier when you're parking in. There you go. And then when you've got your desired distance or where you want to reverse into, to get rid of the reversing sound, just click your right trigger in. That'll put you into normal drive mode, and then just press the X button, and that'll put your park and brake back on. There we go. And then to indicate to go left and right is your bumper buttons. Left bumper to go left. See, you can see it there just about. It's not really very clear, is it? But you're going left there, and then press left bumper button again to go off. Right bumper button to go right, and then right bumper button to go off again. And then when you're taking a right, or say if you're taking a right and you're going all the way over there like that, once the wheel automatically centered itself again, the indicator goes off, just like driving a real car. And I think that's about it. Over camera, if you want to go have a look outside, your right stick, just push that in once, and then you can just pan around, just like that, and then press it again, and you get a fixed camera on top of your cab, and then you press it again, and you're back in again. When you're driving, let's just go for a little drive, you have cruise control. So when you're on the motorway, the maximum speed is 80 kilometers an hour, but you can go up to 90, but the sat-nav will prompt you to say that you are speeding. Oh god. Just reverse in a bit and get past. Let's go. So like when you're in the city, see the speed limit's 50 mile an hour. Now I'm doing 38 now. So if I want to keep it at 38, I'll show you when I just get past these lights here. Just put up these lights. Left trigger to brake, and then pop your parking brake on, and then your screen prompts on, see it says release parking brake, it says X to release. Yeah, when you're cruising along, once you get to your desired speed, just press in your left stick, just push it in, and it will activate cruise control for you. And it will keep it at that speed or near enough around about that speed until you either press your brake button or you press your accelerate button. The only time when it won't do that is, say, if you're actually flooring it and you're doing 90 kilometers an hour and then you hit your cruise control. Yeah, I'll just put cruise control on now, left stick in. See, you can take your finger off the trigger and you can just cruise along. If you're doing like 90 kilometers an hour and you hit your cruise control, it will automatically bring you back down to the speed limit, which is 80 kilometers an hour. And that is basically it. The steering on a controller is, it's a thing to get used to. As you've probably seen from all of my videos. Let's just pull in here. It is it's a bit hard to get used to, but once you are used to it, it's all right. It's all to do with the settings as well. Like I said before, we just go back into the main menu, into the options there, and on there. So my steering speed is 9.93, and my steer dampening is 1.68. I've seen other guys play it on YouTube where they don't like the steering dampening, just take that right the way off, and they have the steering speed a bit lower or sometimes a bit higher. But it's just finding that sweet spot just for you. And just for me, it's just set at that. I'm just going to go around here because I can do a job from here. I'll pick that up later on. This is the docks. Welcome to the docks. Very nice sunny day. 1 minute past 9 in the morning. Just pull up down here. So you can put your cruise control on. Or you can even do it where if you just want to crawl forward, You can just do cruise control like that. Go. Just pull in here. Out the window. Oops. Our park and brake on. We just turn the engine off, ignition down, and A, and we turn the lights off, and then just look down at the door, press A, and you're out. Now to do a mission, all you need to do is the other button on your Xbox controller with the 2 squares, just press on that, it'll bring up your overview here. So all completed missions and any other correspondence come into your email inbox there. You got your logistics when you first start off. It's just you. But I've got the Mr. Herman. He's my second employee. So you can just click on him and select a job. You'll come across that later on. Then you've got your vehicle fleets, your employees, and your finances. So we'll come back on here onto logistics. You can see that I'm parked in just right here. So to pick a job, you just click on that icon there, and then it will show you all available jobs. So you just hover above the jobs. You see like the little flags, little finishing flags, and it will tell you where the destination is. Obviously you've got your price there as well, so that normally the higher the price is, the further the distance. And then if nothing tickles your fancy there, you can just go down to next, and you can just go along there and pick a job, and then the sat nav will auto update for you. So then when you, like say I picked a job from here, you'll come up here, pick your docker up from here. You've seen me do it many a time before. Come along here, they always ask you to manually load it, so you just open your doors, and then you would reverse up here until the little lines go green, and you just stop, and then it auto loads on for you, and then you just come back here again, close that over, close that over. You'll jump in your cab, and then on your sat nav it will give you the directions on where to go and how far it is to the actual destination. So on the top of the sat nav you've got your park and brake there where you see red. You've got your gears, so whatever gear that you're on at the moment, we've got the engine switched off, so it's in 0, and then the other icon there is your petrol. Don't run out of petrol, especially on the motorway. It's murder. It's happened to me once before, off camera. And that's it, basically, in a nutshell. So, I really hope that helps you out. I really hope that helps you out there. Any other questions, Brad? Just let me know. Anybody else? Any other questions? Just let me know. And if you just want to have a look at the controls, you just click onto controls, and there they all are there. There's all the button mappings there. Right, okay, yeah. That's a pretty sort of serious video from me. Not serious, but professional. It's not often you hear me do that, is it, eh? There we go, I'll just come off that. Right, okay guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, remember, keep on trucking, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.